Okay, now I should be live. I should start to connect now. All right, now I'm live. Yeah, it shows the biggest areas. So if you could see like on the 5 minute chart, I'll send you here. We're technically there's a lot of strong areas selling up here where we're at right now. There's one at 397.25 and there's one at like 388.25. Let's remove this real quick. I don't need that anymore. Yeah, that's the it changes when I go to from 1 to 5 minute.
Those are
What happened?
largest single trades, though, what it is.
Yeah, so if I go to my settings on deep trades, they just put in a thing called zone settings, and it's you enable the algorithm. They have an algorithm
Yeah.
that
Okay.
I guess reads the big trades, and it
Yeah.
shows you. I have it on biggest only, so these are the areas that are marked out are the biggest only,
Yeah.
and it's meant for trend. So if you look at that area right around 360, um, that picture I sent you, look at those three blue lines back to back, all within
Oh,
each
yeah.
other before it rose.
Uh-huh.
And then you can see again right here where we're at, we have three lines again at 83.50, 87, and 90 that they're buying at.
Yeah.
And they came down, it wicked right into that 83 area, and then it rose again. So sellers keep on getting just obliterated right now.
Yeah.
Well, I recovered all my loss on Friday, and then I plus another 1,000 something in profit from the 2 days. It's a big area here, so let's go back to the 5 and let's mark out this key level. I just want to see what we're gonna, since open. See where we're at. Just drop the daily volume profile. I don't need that anymore. I'll remove that. I don't need that anymore. I'll remove that. I don't need that anymore. I'll remove that so keep it clean. An interesting thing to note is this last swing from the morning open all the way up to the high right here. If you were to draw the volume profile for this, the point of control still sits at 121 where those orders were, where we decided to go long. But the value area high hasn't even moved up either. The value area high is right at 291. So what I expect here is actually a pullback to the value area high, and then possibly you can see a probably pullback to the value area high here, and then we could possibly see a nice bounce up to the upside again. So we're here, we broke the high. Yeah. So the value area high for this swing, it's right at 299 is the value area high for this swing. And we never even tested Friday's value area low, which just right at 79, 779. So definitely bullish. Only going to be taking longs. I just want to check what the VWAP is here. They have a new VWAP area they can pull from each. Yeah. We all had the right entries though today. That was for sure. We had the nice longs. Yeah, this morning was great, man. You know where I was originally long this morning? Dad, you know the original entry I was long this morning?
You're asking me?
Yeah. You know what area it was?
What was it?
It was at 983.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I would have been over 300 points. No, 400 points. Holy moly. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8. It would have been $8,000. Damn. I did not expect it to go up 400 points.
No, it was that, especially lately.
Yeah.
The way the market's been going.
I expected it to go up, like I said, to 260. That was the area I originally had marked, or the day's high, but not all the way this high. So for tomorrow, if we continue this, I don't even know if this will go up this high today, but the point of control from, like I said, from Monday, last Monday, is at 552.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where we're heading. Then you had the value area high for that day up at 620. If we break 620, possibly tomorrow, you're going to see it fill probably all the way back up to 26,000 throughout the week. And one of the things that I did notice was we count the point control. Yeah, there. Yeah, that contract that was placed, that almost 1,000 contracts placed at that one level that we kind of I went long again at
Uh-huh.
120. That was where the big boys were loading up to bring it up to the high of the
Oh
day.
yeah.
They loaded up that area because they had momentum.
Oh yeah. That makes sense.
Yep. We're most likely going to come back to this 300, possibly a 300 area. If we sell off, come back to the value high, and then we'll see another bounce. Yeah, so we're probably going to see something like a pullback to the value area high, and then probably an acceleration back up again, or it's just going to climb all the way up to that 500 area that I've marked out, which is uh, point of control 550. But I would be really shocked if it goes all the way up to 550
Hmm.
because that's a huge move. That's what, almost 500 points from the low, 600 points from the low. That's a massive move, but possibly, quite possible. Mm. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I'm going to put a sell limit over there. I'm going to put a sell stop. Oh, wow. Put above this. Put take profit. Right here. I accidentally I meant to put a sell stop, but I put a sell limit, and I'm in a trade.
Oh,
It's on my,
so you got filled right away.
yeah, I got filled right away. I wanted to wait for this to close below a certain level, and well, I can close for a $20 loss. I'm only risking 160 here, so it is what it is.
You could always scratch it.
Yeah, that's what I'll probably do. It's because I really don't want to be in the sell until I see a physical closure below this level, but we came off a 266 contract buy order at 406. Yeah, I didn't mean to place this order. Bummer, but we'll see. I'm just going to hold on to it. If it closes back below right at 406, then
Yeah.
I'll probably be okay. It'll probably come down to 382 before we see another significant bounce, possibly. Strongest point of buying here is at 412 here at the top. So if it fails that, or if it it failed me at 409.25. Wow. Might be okay. We did close above that big order, which was at 406, so that's a good sign. We'll see if it once it closes back below 396, then I'll move to break even.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's working.
Yeah.
There's a big volume delta there that couldn't quite.
Oh wow, look at this. Okay, I might move my stop here soon.
Yep.
I think it's going to come down to 359, to be honest. Is that last really big buying area that we accelerated from? It's going to come back and probably retest that. Pull back 50 points before we... All right, we got a nice strong sell. If it breaks below 396.50, you'll see more acceleration all the way down to 383, and then once it breaks, if it does break 383 nicely, then I could exit right around 359, but I got to see it first break 396.75.
Oh yeah, it's gonna break that.
Yeah, 396.75 is where the strong trades were taking place for sells. That was aggressive though. There was some aggressive selling orders here.
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
And it actually showed some follow through, which is good. So I think I might be okay. Like I said, we got to break that 396 area before I can. I'm only risking 120 bucks. Technically 6 points. If this buy fails, then I'll be okay. If it falls through, then it's probably gonna come up and try to retest that area. But I want it to fail, break below 396, and then continue down to 385, and then I want to see what happens at 385. Yeah, it got rejected there a little bit at 406 again. That's where they bought before. So I think buyers are starting to slip here a little bit. It's becoming too expensive. So we should see a nice pullback too. Yeah, it's cool. They did an update too with the bubbles. They have the hollow fill, which you can see through the bubbles with the number of contracts being placed in that bubble with a hollow fill. So you have like a hollow circle with the actual number of contracts that are, because before you couldn't do that. It was like a square with like the numbers. And we're getting more aggressive sells right where the area I wanted to, which is perfect. 96. Another aggressive order came in. And then I'll build them. Yep, there it is. Okay, I stopped to break even now. I'm protected. Yeah, I really don't care at this point whether it breaks me even or not. I think there's going to be some aggressive push down to the 350 area.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Up almost 500 bucks now.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, this is the area we're right here, 385. 383,
Mhm.
sorry, is the last area before we fill all the way back down to 359. If they can close heavily, then I'll be okay. But we were due for a small pullback here.
Yeah, we're due for a pullback. Yeah.
Auction became too expensive for buyers, and sellers starting to win the auction a little bit here. Yeah, my exit point's 359. If it gets to that point. There's a bunch of news related stuff coming out this week, huh?
Yeah, I haven't looked up, but for sure there is.
I think the economic calendar showed some sort of um, reports being released, I think on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Wednesday, Thursday. Economic calendar. Let's do high impact news. Nothing today. Let's do Tuesday. Nothing Tuesday. Wednesday. Yeah, inflation rate. Wednesday, 5:30.
Oh, okay.
Core inflation.
That's a big one. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Thursday, there's probably some more. PCI or PPI, existing home sales at 7. So getting more aggressive selling here. Yeah, they're going to come down to this area. I guarantee you 350. That's where there's going to see some sort of
Yeah.
support. Because the value area high is still all the way down at 310. So technically, we're in the range of this really expensive in terms of value for volume. Got another really strong purple big trade trend area right here, right at 384. We'll see if it holds this. I'll lock in $230. Nope. At least if it comes back up. There's some support on this aggressive selling area where that big trades where it marked it out. Yeah, 359 is where we're gonna 350, 360 is right exactly where we're gonna come. Right into that area. try to sell that same area at 383, but there's some support there. There's some absorption going on right there. And here we go. Damn. Nice. Some more aggressive selling. A lock in 400 no matter what.
Wow.
Yeah, we had some absorption down there
I'll
again.
let go of it.
Yeah, either way, I got
I'll let
400.
go of it.
It's
Yeah.
definitely going to probably go back up and hit me out without a doubt. Just the way this is moving. Unless this breaks back below 382 and we see some more aggressive sells below 378. And I'm out. $400. Okay. Call it a good trade. And I really don't think we're done.
I don't think we're done yet. No, I don't think it either.
I just wanted to protect myself just in case it comes all the way back up, because it could come all the way up to 400 again.
Yeah.
Before we see another sell.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. Sellers should just keep pounding it. Let's see what this looks like right here. Buy low, point of control. Oops. Yeah, so we have the aggressive selling at 394.25. That's where the biggest trades took place. That is part of the trend. If we end up busting through that, then I'm gonna be curious to see what happens at 405, because that's where the big aggressive buy order sits at for at least the and I would want to see something like absorption and then a nice sell bubble, and then I could take another short down to this area at 360.
I don't know. I think this may break down again.
Sorry, I went short one more time.
Yeah,
Right below at
I did.
385.
Okay.
I'll move my stop here if we close below 376.50. I'll move it to break even. I'm only risking 180 bucks. It's above that previous count, so if it comes back up, I'll lose 180 bucks. But the CBD is growing with the move right now, so I think this is going to work out very nice. And my exit will be 360. Possibly if it falls more, I'll go lower, but 360 I think is a good exit to lock in profit for the shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since how much we've been going up. I'm going to move my stop to break even here at this point now. I'll give it one more. Yeah, move to break even. I'm not willing to see if this goes all the way back up because it will. If it does. Where's your entry?
89. 89.25.
Oh yeah, but way better entry than me then. At least another 5 points above me. You're at break even, right?
Not yet, almost.
Okay. Yeah, I would probably put it around break even at this point.
Yeah.
I'm just afraid this is gonna go and then take out the high at 401 if we don't follow through with the auction here. But CBD is growing and it's getting still negative, so it could
at least test the previous swing low, but yeah. So basically a break even now.
Yeah, I think it's if they see aggressive selling at 374.25, then I'll be happy to see that. But I'm not seeing any sort of aggressive selling, which is kind of weird. But the CBD is growing, so there's passive selling, or there's buyers are absorbing, one of the two. Yeah, you break even now, or still not quite yet?
Yeah. Break even now.
Yeah, it'd be a good time to just protect yourself, because you don't want to expose yourself going short on these long days quickly. You want to cover yourself quick. I just got an aggressive buy order here. We'll see if it gets absorbed at 376. 75 exactly. Yeah, I'm not seeing aggressive selling, which is not a good sign. Yeah, this is not a good sign.
Yeah, no, like it.
We have to break back below 376.75 in order for this to fall further. I just got aggressive sell bubble right here at 380. So that if this falls through and breaks 376, we're okay. We'll be able to close at 360 because we'll come down to that area. They're both the exact same contracts placed at 376 and 380, both 55 contracts. Yeah, if we close back below 376, 375, then we're good. But break even is going to be the smartest choice to go here. You just don't want to risk this going back up again, especially since we haven't broken. It's wicked below these areas and it hasn't followed through, so it needs to follow through on this trade right here, this candle. There it is. Come on, breakthrough. I know you want to break. Oof, not good. It almost knocked me out. Got so close to knocking me out. It got within one tick.
Oh,
My break even. I'm still in it, but 385.25 is where my break even is on my entry, and it got up to 385. So yeah, we got to see it close below, like I said, this 376 area. That's where the aggressive buying took place. So if we just remove this real quick and remove this, I just want to see what this looks like. Yeah, we're technically in a low volume node too, which is this big candle from 845 is where the low volume node is. So we could either fill it to the downside and buyers fail, or they'll buy it here and this goes all the way back up to the high and test 415 again. Yep, we're still bouncing off that 377, 376 area. So that is the support before we fill this low volume. Yep, there it goes. That's what we want to see, right? That's exactly what we want to see. Yep, it broke through that. So
Oh yeah, it broke.
buyers.
Yep.
The only thing I'm not seeing still is no aggressive selling at the bottom, which sellers are still, it seems like, unsure of whether they want to place more orders. So that's not the best sign I want to see, but this is good we broke it. But still, you want to see that aggressive sell up right at the bottom, because that means they're actually following through with the move. What's your exit?
I've got it at 59.
Yeah,
59.25.
Yeah,
that area there.
That's a great exit area. Yeah, see, we're not seeing aggressive selling, which is not good.
No.
Yeah, it's gonna break me even here.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want to. Sellers weren't super serious about moving this. We'll see if it tries one more push. If we get one more push down to the bottom again, and then I see bubbles, then I'll be pretty confident. But I'm not seeing any bubbles on the sell side at the bottom. Oh, now I'm seeing aggressive buy bubble here at the top. Yep, it's gonna break me even. I'm almost 100% sure it is. Yeah. Here we go. Break even. Yep, I knew that was gonna happen. Now it's gonna push. The problem is too, from this previous swing, we're at the low volume. Value area low. Too. So that's usually not a good sign for the swing. But you had a good enough entry where you might still be okay.
Oh yeah, I'm still okay. Yeah, still in it.
Yep. Wow. They did reject off that buying bubble, so
Oh wow.
if I see aggressive selling here, you'll be okay. Unfortunately, I got knocked out. Yeah, I think you're good. See the aggressive sells born here if there is. I start to see it right about now. That's still nothing yet. Still nothing. See one more test and see if they start to point now. There we go. Let's see if it's sell bubbles. No sell bubbles yet still. Grab my coffee.
ESCA breakout. Rubik 70.
Yeah, I still
Make them
haven't.
down quick. Yeah.
I still haven't seen the aggressive sells that I want to see right here, which is, like I said, it's just not. They're not following through quite yet. It still doesn't mean that they might hit it right here hard. Still nothing yet. I think it's all passive sells. You're almost there. Oh, you're 10 points away, right? More or less.
Yeah.
Yeah. There it goes. Still not a single sell bubble yet, which is crazy.
No, it's just, yeah.
Just slowly pushing down. Still no sells though, but it's still moving. CBD is getting very strong here, and you're seeing some absorption right at 66, 67.
Come on.
I think you'll be okay.
All right.
They're trying to break that 67, 66 area. That's where the buying presence was stepping in. Now I got a sell bubble here, right at 68, right just above that buy bubble. It was a small order, but nonetheless, 55 contracts. You could protect yourself above 71 if you wanted to, right above that, where that selling pressure kicked in. Wow, look good.
All right.
There it is.
Yep.
Yep. Jeez, look at that.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yep. Bummer. I got knocked out by, I don't know, what was it? Almost 1 point. Unfortunately, but yeah, that's a bummer. Wow. Our sells were spot on. Jeez. Look at this. Going down to value area high now.
Oh, wow.
That's where I want to take a long, probably. I might possibly take a long somewhere down between 340 area, 331, 334. We'll see how it reacts in that area. There was lots of strong buying in that 328 area, so that's might be either bounce here. Or it's going to come down to 328.
Mhm.
Ah, damn! I was going to place a buy order above that sell, but sorry. We're getting strong CBD now on the buy side, so probably reversing now.
Oh, yeah, there we yeah.
Yep. Bummer. Oh yeah, very strong. They bought that area. Wow. Should have taken that long. I should have put it in there. I hesitated. We'll probably go all the way back up to 406. That's where the value area high is on this little range. Do we go all the way back to 406? We pull back and come back into like 329 area, and then we make a push up to 406. Yeah, I'm gonna look for a long, probably around, like I said, 325 to 335. They saw some guy on a train they saw a coyote chasing down a roadrunner.
That's all right.
Yeah, they're like in a
Good luck.
full blown sprint with each other. The roadrunner, they're like
Oh, wow.
neck and neck. It was funny, and the coyote tried to jump on him, and the roadrunner like sped forward, and the coyote kind of fell.
Just like a cartoon.
What was that?
Just like in the cartoon.
Yeah, just like in a cartoon. It's funny. I watched a video on Triumph. They just got into the dirt bike scene.
Triumph.
Triumph, the
Oh,
bike
wow.
maker. I guess they did a test on it for they did a bike, and I guess they let them test one of their bikes. This one YouTube channel that like tests all the bikes that are for that year, and then they rank them
Okay.
dirt bikes. And I guess within 10 hours, the Triumph transmission failed.
How's that right?
So they shipped him another one to see if it was like just like a faulty bike, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
It took only like 11 hours for the next one to fail transmission again.
Ah, geez.
Yeah,
That's
so
a manufacturing design problem.
yeah, design problem. They new to the scene. I don't think it takes a little bit for these guys that companies that have been building these things for
Oh, yeah.
decades. They have it down because dirt biking, with dirt bikes it's more rugged. It's not like street bikes where
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
wow, nice push, nice push. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I know the ICT guys. They were uh, Andre and Fabio were kind of bashing the other day.
Well, they're back from Fabio again.
No, they were Fabio and them were bashing the ICT guys.
Okay.
They were talking about how they talk about liquidity with ICT concepts, and they're like, these banks
I
and
mean, I know
whatever.
ICT has a huge. I know
Yeah,
ICT has a huge following.
yeah, that's the thing. They're trying to like restructure how actual trading, and he was basically saying that it's not that they're hunting liquidity, is that there's liquidity in certain areas that they actually need to place their orders, and that's the only way they get to that area is just they fill a bunch of orders in that area regardless. It's because that's
Mhm.
where
Yeah.
volume profile sits. You can see it on the volume profile, and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
they have to when they enter those areas, they enter more orders, which makes sense from a bank standpoint because they have to retest certain areas to enter more positions, so they get
Yeah.
better, so they get the fills they want. Ugh. Oh, yeah. Oh, well,
If they go to school today.
Mateus? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's the real area I'm gonna take a long is if it gets down to 335, 325. If I get the a nice aggression in that area.
Somebody, somebody said hi on your,
What was that?
somebody said hi on your chat.
Oh, yeah. Hey, bro. How's it going? Ragu. Oh, I'm so tired. I was sitting here just zoning out. Yeah, we can see if it breaks. If it breaks the 62, 60 area, we close below that and come into this area right here. You're doing good. Nice, nice. Yeah, it's been a good one today, Rebel. It's been really good.
Yeah.
We've had a nice push in the morning. I caught. I'll show you my other profile. $2,000 on that one. Um, and then 400 on this one, and then yeah, just scalping my way up, just small wins, and just keep stacking. The next area we're going to be looking at is this 330, 327, 335 area is where I would be considering taking along. Let them cook, baby. And the reason being is long positions here would be smart is because we're from this swing. We got a value area low down here. We got delta right here, strong delta buying. So I just marked out this area right here, and that will be a good possible area to take along back up to point of control somewhere up here, 400. But we'll see. See what the market wants to give us. Do, 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 do. Yeah, this whole morning was just fantastic, though. Absolutely fantastic. So we had rejection off 373, which is sell level there. So rejection. Now we're going to go try to break 360, and then we're going to see a nice, probably strong push. Once if we do break 359, we'll see a strong push from there to there. I just saw this lesson today on Fabio's live teaching from an old session. What was he teaching? Was he just like back teaching stuff that he previous day that he showed what happened that day, or what exactly was he teaching that day? Similar to this setup you're telling me. Yeah, it's this is exactly where I learned it from on his thing. One of his videos I seen, I got the ideas that he gave. I kind of followed, and then I'm just trying to get better at implementing it and marking out before. But you can see, I don't know, it's just kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I can't really. You can kind of see this delta right here. This one, this one, this one, this three area. You can see the lines here. This is where a lot of buying took place. High delta and value area, exactly. Value area low, high delta. So those two things together give me confluence to enter a buy trade here, and then I'll probably exit at the point of control, which is, like I said, 401. And you could probably do something like this. Let's say, let's do a buy setup. Let's say we put a buy. Let's say something appears here with a buy bubble. We could put it where even the aggressive sells got failed, and you could target something like this. So a 1 to 3, which would be a fantastic setup if it did play out. And that's where I would have my stop, because let's say if we break these aggressive sells where they try to sell this whole area, you can see right here, they break that, you probably have it coming all the way down to here to 263. So that would be, or you can have a tighter stop if, let's say, if we get like aggressive buying in the same area let me remove this real quick. You had aggressive buying in this area, and then you have like a absorption of aggressive sellers, and you place the buy and put it right underneath there. It could be somewhere like right around here. It could be $300. Improve your risk reward. That's if we get to that area. That's the thing. I think definitely we're gonna retouch this within the next few hours. I would just rather see this pull back into this area. And I did mark out this is technically where consolidation happened, and we kind of pushed and then we pulled back. So I think, yeah, this is where this is right where low volume, value area low, sorry, is at. So we'll mark that out right there just so we can get an idea. We'll mark that. We'll put that at the value area low. Let's just make it a, let's make it blue. So it would be our buying area. Just a line, just to mark at the value area low. And I won't even need that anymore. Just too much stuff on the screen. I'll take this away. I'll keep that. Then I'll take this way because I don't need the volume profile anymore. So right here is going to be the area. Now it's cleaned up. My deep chart trades setting minimum orders. My minimum orders is 30. Recently I could have gone up to probably like 40 or 50 because I know it's been volatile. But let's just mess around with it. Right now I think it's at standard 30. Yeah. Let's say we just go to 40. Yeah, you get a lot less. And then we could kind of narrow it down. It'll be right in this area right here. So within this area. This Fabio has his what? I know he has it around 30, 40, 50 area, depending on volatility, right? It's just not wanting to move. I know it's lunch hour, so this might be slow. Yeah, 30. Has he been recently setting at 30, or has he been upping it to like 40 or 50? Oh, there we go. Look at that. Wow. Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Holy,
Something.
something's going on news-wise.
Yeah.
It's probably not smart to trade this. Jeez, that's crazy. Something happened? Maybe Iran? Something to do with Iran, possibly? That would be my guess.
I don't know, let me see.
Yeah, you can see the massive delta too coming in. Your stop would be somewhere below here if it does. You need some sort of buy bulls in this area that I want to see. Yeah, that's crazy. That was a strong, strong ass candle. That's crazy. I'm gonna wait. Let's see what it reacts in this area again. I know this is a good area. I had the right area marked out. I actually didn't expect this type of volatility to come this quickly, but yeah, wow. Some sort of news, huh? I'm guaranteeing it's some sort of news. Oh yeah, how we respect value area lows without a doubt. If we do, just pull it up. We broke slightly below, but we did respect it. Somewhere right on here. Look, we respected it. And we held in this area that I marked out, we held it. Look at this box that I drew. That right there is. Let me go to the 40 range. see something here. Yeah. Damn. I hesitated. That sucks. Jeez. I just didn't get the aggression that I wanted in that area. I got it above. I did technically get it up there. I could have placed an order there. If I stopped there. Or even there. But unfortunate. Still don't follow my setup. I need to see aggression in this area right here. Back just 1 minute, so I can see kind of what's going on. Back to the 54. Was it anything, or just like just strong sells? Did you find anything, Dad, on the news related, or no?
What was that?
Was there anything on the news? Any,
No, I haven't seen anything.
oh,
Looking at
crazy. And the area marked out where it was going to bounce, and it did bounce from there, but I just didn't get any aggression. What was that area I was telling you about? That 325, 330, 335? Yeah. If we get back into that area, it might be a good possible. If I get aggression there, I might take a long impulsively. Yeah, I just got to see this come back into this aggression, and we get the buy. We get aggressive buy. Then we can take it to here, which will be my exit point. Oh, look that out real quick. This real quick. Like this. Purple. POC. Okay. And your stops will go below there, or wherever you put your order at. Either way. My back. say if we close back above that, I'm going to take one order here, put my stop, put a small risk here, take profit, be somewhere up here. Actually, I only need like 6. Target somewhere up here. All right. This is the buyer low right here. This is where we're kind of respecting. So if it doesn't respect it, I get stopped. Okay. I should have waited for this box like I was talking about. A little impatient there. A little mistake on my end. We respect this. Yeah, I'm going to take this trade for sure. We tap back into this area. I'm going to take a stop loss below there. And let's go for, to get as close as we can. Let's go for up in this area right here. 305. Okay. Let's see how it works out. I'm long. I'm long here, Dad. 345.
Wow.
We're off the value area low for this swing, and then we had 2 aggressive buying areas that were right in the same area at 340, and they got respected. We wicked down and closed back above it, so I entered a position long, and we have delta, high volume delta in that area, so my stop is only $300. Try to make 900, so basically 1 to 3. We'll see how that goes. Wow. Things ripping, huh?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm up 500 right now. I took one stop loss trying to go long, and it wick got me, so I entered one more time because I knew this was the area. Tap back into my square that I had marked out, and then we got that nice aggressive. That's where I should have waited for, but I was a little impatient, so I'll probably just move my stop here. We'll move it to break even at this point. Protect myself early. Yeah, this trade hits, and I'll be done for the day because I'll be up 2,000 on one account, up 1,100 on another account. Yeah, literally. That's another kind of a trade, possibly, but 2,000 on this account, so there's no point in trading more and more, especially if I had some good trades. So once this trade is done, you can explain the risk management in terms of funded accounts, how you approach it. Can you explain the risk management in terms of funded accounts and how you approach it? Yeah, absolutely. So depending on what type of funded account you have, whether it's a 50K, 100K, 150K, 200K, whatever it may be, your drawdown, I always go a little heavier, and that's just me personally. The main thing I like to do is I usually like to risk the most I really like to risk is like $300-400 on a trade. It gives me about, and I'm only on a 50K account. A lot of these accounts, that's what I buy because I like to scale them up. And by the time it gives me, I don't know, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, it gives me like 7 trades. So I'd have to lose like 7 in a row, 6 or 7. which could happen, and it has happened. But some of the risk rewards, let's say if I'm risking 300 and I'm making 900,000, let's say I catch good trades, I've been up $7,000 on a funded account where now I got buffer room for $5,000 to $6,000. If it's a really volatile day, I do definitely suggest you go down to like micros and probably place half the position, which is 5 micros is equivalent to 1 mini, um, and trade it that way. Because those volatile days, I mean, your your risk is like, if it's on a mini, your risk is like almost like $700, almost sometimes $1,000 just on one candle. And there's been days like that, especially as of recently with tariffs throughout the year. Um, yeah, but for fundeds, I when I'm going for the eval, I go heavy. I really don't care if I blow it. I try to go as heavy as I can. Try to hit like 1,000 plus every day, and then when I get to the fundeds, I like to just slow it down a little bit and really manage my risk in terms of just keeping it as minimal as possible. $300 to $400. If it requires a slightly bigger stop, and I think it's a good valid setup, then I'll take it. Like this morning, I think I risked like almost $500 on my very first trade. It was like 480 or 470. Um, but it would have been almost a $2,000 to $3,000 trade if I would have let it run. It, from the bottom, I went long at the very bottom on the open. It was like somewhere right around I don't know, right here. I saw all this absorption happen in the morning open. I went long here. It was right above, somewhere right around above these levels. I saw absorption, and then I went long, and I was long somewhere right around here, 980, and I was going to target all the way up here, which was almost 100 points, and I was risking like it was like $2,000 to $3,000. Um, but you know what? It was just risk reward and just being smart with your funded account. Don't try to rush it. Most people try to rush it and get a payout, and that's where you kind of just make stupid decisions and end up falling apart. And it's a tumbling effect. You make one bad decision, then a second, then a third, and then it just now you're at a. I've had that one day where I don't know, it was probably one of my worst loss days. I recovered all of it, which was and got profit, but I got caught and I think $1,700 in drawdown on one of my accounts, and I clawed back and was plus like 200 or 100 for the day. Yeah, but for risk management, take your profits when it's there, and slowly build on it. Don't try to hit home runs. Try to stick to, if you're risking $300, try to get that $600-900 sweet spot. If you can push it to 1,000, the one thing I do recommend is if it starts to push up, you can move this up and just trail it as you see aggressive like selling weaning off. So let's say you see aggressive bubbles coming in. Let's say if I want to target up here highs, which is most likely probably will go to. There's a good chance. You could trail this basically below it after each aggressive sell. So let's say you had, let's say the example, like for example here, let's say if you were, let's say if you're long here, let's say if you went long somewhere here and you pushed up, let's say you still wanted to ride this and you said this is possibly going to go up. As soon as, let me get rid of this because it's just messy. As soon as this broke above this with aggressive buying, you could put your stop below here, right here. So as soon as this popped up and broke this, you could put your trailing stop here. We climbed up, we broke a high again, you could put your trailing stop here. And then we would climb again, right? You see aggressive buying, aggressive sells come down, we break above, get in the high, you could put your stop here. Trailed up again. Again here. You could have done this. Put it right below here as soon as we broke this. Once again, you see this, we break this area right here again, you could have put it here, and then you would have eventually gotten out here. So that's a great way. And at least trying to let a winner run, and especially on a day like today where we had like a 400-point move in the first 2 hours of the day. That's where it really helps out, and you could really, and that's where I kind of made a mistake this morning, and I should have wrote it more. So, but yeah, that's the best advice I can give if you're dealing with fundeds. Because fundeds, you really don't have a lot of drawdown. I mean, you have $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 on some of them, but I think it's better off to get a smaller funded, so you're not spending as much, especially while you're learning. Try to build that account and build a buffer. Like just build as big of a buffer as you can. Take a payout in between, even if it's a small payout. Take a payout, but build the buffer so you have room. Now you have $3,000, $4,000, and now it's equivalent to a $250,000 funded account, whatever it is, in buffer room. But yeah, hopefully this hits. It was a great entry. I think I caught it at a perfect time. My first one got stopped out. I was a little bit hesitant to rush into it, but we'll see. I don't like how this is though. Look at this. CBD is dropping. And we're not getting aggressive buys up here. If I get aggressive buys in this region here, I will be a little more confident this trade will hit full take profit. But I think it is going to go, at least the POC. So okay, for example here, this is where a good idea. So if this breaks above here, I might move my stop underneath here, or even here. But I need the break. I need the break here. I need the break there. That's where I need the break. We had an 87 contract sell order. A bunch of aggression here. Buyer's still stepping in though, so you can see the buy bubble stepping in. I'm not sure how big these orders are because I have to zoom in really far to get the orders, but they're probably somewhere in the 30, 40, 50 range. 60, okay. Not bad. Let's just zoom in here. So now, there's two things I could do here. We've broken the high. We're not getting any aggression here, so I could protect myself early and risk just right below here and lock in 400 no matter what. And this could come down and wick me out, or I can go here and risk 240. I'm probably going to go here just because if it starts to break this, I want to give it a little bit of room for buyers to step in this area and push it higher. But we'll see. The only thing I dislike about this whole move is CBD is not growing, and this is not a good thing right here. It's just tapering off the whole time as we're moving up. See that right now I would have been stopped out here, and I still could get stopped out. But at least I secure something. See if this pushes back up again and breaks this again, then I'm probably gonna put my stop just underneath here. Because if it comes back one more time and this fails, it's gonna drop probably all the way back into this area right here, right where these bubbles are at. This last aggressive buying that pushes move up. So what I'll do here is that is my level of protection there. $400 secured. I was only risking 300, so you know it's not a bad way to go about it, but protect yourself early. But you also got to give the market room to work itself out. Don't just like immediately we were stopped like as soon as you're up in profit. Because some people panic and they like they're getting, like, let's say you're in drawdown and you're in drawdown, as soon as it goes into profit, you're like immediately put it in break even. Then it comes and hits you out, and then your trade continues, and it's a beautiful trade. And you're like, now you're FOMO'd out because you missed a massive trade. So look at this aggressive buying up here, very strong. We had exhaustion of sellers here. So if it comes back down, I'm cool. Like I'll take the $400. If it hits here and it breaks above this, I'm most likely definitely gonna hit this area. And then we're definitely gonna go to the 400 area, if not higher. Beautiful management. Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you. We got to close above this right here, this little box. This is where we got to close above. Buyers are showing me that, okay, CBD is starting to climb a little bit. So we could see some follow through movement, but this could also be the last chance to push back into this area. If I were to put a percentage on this, where if it's going to go to here or here, it's probably like 70-80% chance that it's probably going to go up to that area. And this is where the previous swings point of control, so you're looking at something like, I don't know, something like right around here. Oh, I'm gonna take profit. I mean, I haven't even realized that. Somewhere in here. So your point of control is right here, where I marked. This would be very unfortunate if it got within, I don't know, what was it, 1 point? Was that 1 point away? I don't even know how much away. Yeah, this could be very unfortunate, but. So auction failed up here. See this? We try to push higher, auction failed, so it's most likely going to come and tap me out. Yeah. CVD shows too much effort by sellers, but price moves up. Yeah. But it also could mean that sellers are absorbing a lot of this move right here, because what's happening is price is moving up, but sellers are, and it's not moving up heavily. Yeah, it's pushing up a little bit, but there's not a huge spike. But you're definitely right. Sellers are putting too much emphasis on this move, and they're probably getting absorbed somewhere in this area right here. So the main thing we could hope to see, it breaks back above 84.75 where aggressive buyers stepped in heavily, and then if we close above that, I'll just get out. I should have gotten out here. I would just close my position here. It was only 1 point. I wish, what, 20 bucks or 880 instead of 900. Yeah, that's probably was going to be a smarter move just to exit when I saw it pull back a little bit. But this is good. This is a good trade setup. I followed my plan. The CVD is still coming down, so sellers are still trying to push, but they're not having any luck. They have to break these two levels where aggressive selling happened in order to come back down to this area. Yeah, see, most likely this is going to get me out. Tap back into that area. It could be buyers sitting right here. I was 1 point away from target.
How's that?
Yeah, my target was 390, and it got to what, 389, 388.75. I think we're gonna come back and revisit it, but
Back down a lot, you think?
oh, I think we're gonna go up to 401 at least on this
that
move
makes
up.
sense. Yeah.
I mean, I know CVD's coming down, but it's not in sync with the move. I mean, selling isn't moving it down, so that's more likely telling me that there's actually buying absorption happening as of right now. Then we'll see the sellers probably get liquidated as soon as we close above 390 all the way up to 400.
Yeah. See what they do with the point.
Yeah. We'll start to see the acceleration above this area if buyers are serious about moving this up even higher, which might have a strong inclination it's going to go very high. Let's see what the orders are here. Yeah, we had an 82 contract buy at the very top at 85. And the funny thing was we had an 87 contract sell at the very bottom at 67.50. So this is the range where the auction's going on. Let me see what we got here. Okay, now sellers are starting to actually show a little bit of follow through right here in this candle. Just 1 minute.
Yeah.
If we close back below 67.50, then yeah, this could come back down to fill this area and 345. Yep. Bummer. Bummer.
I don't know.
Yeah.
If they're going through a red node, those sellers better get on.
Yep. So,
They
yeah.
can't get past this. They can't get past below 60. This is going to fail.
Yep. Exactly. W trade, that's right. A is a win's a win. So I played everything to how I manage my trade, and unfortunately, this is most likely, it's like I said, 70-80%. It's gonna go all the way up to here. I'm like, I think it's a very high probability. But yeah, great trade. I mean, I went that long right, somewhere right around here. It was here. I forgot what it was, somewhere in here. 340 something. We got up to what, 380, 390? Oh, no. It's like 380 something. So yeah, I think I was long somewhere right around 340. It was in here. Yep. Well, see if anything presents itself, but this might be it for me today. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna start to slow down a little bit. Like I said, we're in launch. I'm surprised it actually got as volatile as it did the last 30 minutes. But watch when it hits 401. Once we see the acceleration here, it's gonna go right to here, or even to the high. Definitely, without a doubt. All right, I'm gonna get some little quick snack. I'll be right back in a few minutes. Here we go.
They're going to go back up. Yeah.
What was that?
Looks like they're going to go back up.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, it's going to go to 401. Without a doubt. I really don't think sellers are going to bring it down after they just got failed trying to sell it off there. Mm-hmm. crazy thing is, like, I keep seeing though the CVD. That's the only thing that's affecting this move. If you look at the CVD, look how negative it keeps on getting.
Oh wow.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, the CVD. Yep, and the CVD is extremely negative, and this could, now it's starting to show some selling pressure here, following through. Okay. Let's mark a volume profile out here and see where we're at right now. So we're technically hitting the point of control from this last, whatever, lower high and higher high. The point of control sits at 380. That's where it sits at, right? That's where we're at 380. If we're going to see a reversal, we're going to see a reversal at the value area high, which will be somewhere up at 398, 400 area.
Yeah, just back. Got you.
Mm-hmm. 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 The auction's going on between, like I said, that 367 and that 384. They both have equivalent orders being placed in the same bubbles. You have something like here, look, 82 and 87. So, like I said, we close above this. 400 is next. I'm drooping off, dropping off. It's too late. Sleep for me. See you tomorrow. Absolutely, Raggle. Thanks for stopping by again, man. I'll be on the same time, probably tomorrow in the morning. Hopefully, market open again. It's been kind of tough for me to get some sleep because I work late and then come home. So, but yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, Raggle. Wow, still fighting this area. CVD's still going down though.
Yeah.
So, but I personally think it's, like I said, I think it's absorption happening. Mm-hmm. yeah. So I'm probably gonna call it. This is just
Yeah, I know it's
I'm gonna have to head to the gym here in about 30-45 minutes, so might as well get ready, eat a little bit of food, and then there might be. I think there's gonna be some sort of move here, but I'm not really willing to stick around and wait for it. So. All right. Well, I'm gonna call it a day, Dad. I'll be
All
on.
right.
I'll be on
Okay.
probably either tomorrow morning or maybe later. But
okay. All right.
okay.
All right.
All right.
Talk
I'll
to you
see you later. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. All right, chat. Thanks for stopping by. I'll be on tomorrow. You can join the Discord. I do throw some things in there, trade setups and so forth. So feel free to stop by and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. That way you get notifications. I do go live 6:30 every morning. So I will be catching y'all tomorrow in the morning. Have a good one, guys.